You face a significant challenge in your business every single day, and that is standing out from the competition. Being able to consistently, when you meet with a buyer, demonstrate to them that you and your company are in fact their best choice. And this becomes a challenge because of three primary reasons. Number one, buyers today have a lot of options. There's a lot of companies that do what you do, whatever it is. So it becomes a real challenge for you to stand out. They've got lots of different options. The next thing is they've got access to a lot of information. You know, some of those buyers, they go on the internet and they do some research, and now they think they're an expert, but they're really not. And then also the other thing is that the companies that you're competing with, they have access to a lot of technology. And we've seen it over and over, that a company that gains a competitive advantage via technology, it's usually short-lived, because that same technology is available to another company, they buy it, and now they catch up. The third thing is that people are so distracted today that it's hard to get their attention. You're trying to get somebody, trying to get an appointment with a prospect, you're calling, you're stopping by, you're sending emails, and they're not responding to you at all. It becomes a real challenge. They're so distracted. You put these three things together and it makes it tough to stand out. And we know that we cannot earn business consistently by lowering our price. That's a race down to the bottom, and that's just not sustainable. That's a bad idea. So in this video, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on what I'm observing to be highly effective. I'm going to focus on lawn care specifically. I work with companies across the United States, and I have the opportunity to see what top performers are doing on how to capture attention. Because in lawn care, you face a significant challenge in that most buyers think that lawn care companies are all the same. Yeah, you guys come out, you spray stuff, you trim, you put down pre-emergent, you come and do aeration and seeding. What's your price? We don't want to compete on price. We want them to see that you are truly different and truly unique. So the first thing that I'm going to suggest is that you really need to become expert at connecting with people. See, that's what's got to happen. In order to stand out, there's got to be a connection. We can't just email a proposal. We can't just, when they call and say they've got weeds, and we go, oh, we've got a 7-step program. Let me tell you what it is. Here's the price. You want me to email the proposal? Yeah, great. That's not making a connection. You got to talk with people. And the number one thing anybody wants to talk about, we know this for an absolute fact, they want to talk about themselves. And that's what you want to do. You want to engage with people and make a connection around the things that they're interested in and around the things that they care about. And then that moves directly into discovery. This is the second point I want to make. The discovery part of the sales process is the number one most important phase of the sales process. Because when we're trying to differentiate ourselves, we need to really engage with this person to find out, what do they want to achieve on their lawn? What have they been doing on their lawn? Do they currently have a provider? If they do, what's put them in the market now? We want to find out these things. Hey, here's another fantastic question. It's so simple, but it should be the first question. Hey, thanks a lot for calling in. Really appreciate it. How did you find us? And the reason this is so important is because it's going to tell you where they are in their buying journey. If they say, oh, my neighbor uses you guys and their lawn looks great, well, fantastic. That buyer may be 80% down the road. If they say, well, I found you on the internet, okay, could be a whole different situation. Maybe they're shopping around. Are you the first one that they called out, or are you the third one? What are they looking for? Are they shopping for price? The discovery is where you understand this buyer so you can sell to them in a way that resonates with them. Does that make sense? It's so important. And the other thing that the top reps uncover this all the time, and a lot of reps don't pay any attention to it, and that's a huge missed opportunity. What is it? Finding out what is their motivation. That is absolutely key, because you see, behind every purchase there's an emotion. What is their motivation? And here's a fantastic question to ask in discovery to find out what their motivation is. Hey, really appreciate you calling. What's prompted you to call now? Because something happened. Did they pull into the driveway? Their lawn is terrible. They can't take it anymore. It's the worst lawn in the neighborhood. They're embarrassed. The pride is kicking in. You see how there's an emotion behind that? People don't just buy lawn care. They want something. They want to feel good. They want to increase the value of their home. Have they been trying DIY? They've been trying to do it themselves, giving it a decent effort, but man, it's just not looking good. It's just not coming together. When you find out the buyer's motivation, when you found out what's the vision for the lawn, what have they been doing, now you can put a presentation together that hits their exact points. And that goes back to making the connection. They called in for a reason. They're upset, they're frustrated, pride, they want to protect their investment. Now, when you know this, you can present to it, you're standing out. This is really important. Now, in lawn care, of course, you're in the one-call close business, right? Your company spends a lot of money on marketing to drive inbound calls. So every single call that comes in, you're expected to drain every opportunity out of that inbound call. If you put forth your best effort, you follow the process, you do a great discovery, you present to their needs, you handle some objections, but you still can't close the sale, and that happens. Now they go and talk to the competition. Your goal is to see that when they leave you, they have had such a wonderful experience. When they talk with your competitors, they're comparing that competitor to you. And they think, man, that person I talked to before, I love him or her, they were magnificent. Boy, are they so different than this person I just spoke to. I'm going back to them. I'm going to do business with them. That's how it goes. Now, here's the last thought I want to share with you. This is all about establishing credibility. Because when we establish credibility, we're beginning to stand out. And then when you continue to build on credibility, what happens next? Right, you establish trust. And when you establish trust, here's what we know beyond a shadow of a doubt. When somebody trusts you, they'll buy from you. All right, I'll see you soon.